You want to know why I don't get offended? Because insults say way more about the person dishing them out than the person receiving them. Especially unprovoked insults, those are a walking confession. You're telling on your insecurity in real time. Think about it. If you're content, if you're solid in who you are, you're not out here trying to poke holes in strangers. That's not confidence, that's chaos with concealer on. Let's break this down. To be offended by something on some level, you gotta believe it. If someone calls you magenta, you're confused, right? You're like, okay, what? But if someone calls you ugly, that hits different. Why? Because part of you might actually believe it. And that's the real wound. The insult just exposed it. You should respond to every insult the same way you would to being called magenta. Like, that's not me, and I'm not going to argue with crazy. Because, listen, real self-esteem, it's independent of praise and immune to criticism. It's a knowing, not a performance. You either have it or you chase it. And people who insult others unprovoked, they're always chasing. Now, let me hit you with something deeper. No one actually sees you. They only see the version of you that's on their mental screen, their personal projector. And every screen is distorted by something. Culture, childhood, jealousy, trauma, hangovers, drugs, hormones. People aren't giving you feedback on reality. They're giving you feedback on what they think they saw through all their own warped filters. That's why 3 people can watch the same moment and give 3 different stories. You think you're ugly because one girl with bad lashes and worse energy said so? Girl, her perception is filtered through insecurity and expired lip gloss. Be serious. Let me give you a personal example. In grade school, I was super thin, okay? Still am. And these girls would relentlessly pick on me for it. Do you even eat? You look sick. I can see your ribs. Are you anorexic? Blah, 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 blah. It was constant. Fast forward a few years, every single one of those girls ended up on a weight loss journey. So let's call it what it is, projection. Let's talk about it. They were attacking the very thing they secretly wish they had more of, and it kind of reminds me of the old fable, the fox and the grapes. The fox sees a juicy bunch of grapes, but when he can't reach them, he walks away saying, they were probably sour anyway. That's what bitter people do. If they can't have it, they'll try to devalue it. They'll insult what they envy to feel less small. Also, not every insult is even meant to be believed. Some people throw words at you just to test your reaction. It's strategic. They're trying to figure out your weak spots. How much can you be controlled? How much power do they have just by speaking? If you crack, they know they've got access. It's not even about the insult itself, it's about your response. That's why staying calm is your superpower. You don't hand them a user manual to your self-worth. This actually happened to me recently. I was at work and I had just finished a project and someone goes, wait a minute, you made a mistake. I go back to check and they're smirking. And then they say, so you're not confident in your work? And I said without blinking, I'm confident in my work, but I'm not too prideful to admit a mistake. Smirk gone, mouth closed, soul checked. They weren't expecting composure, they were expecting ego. But when you speak from self-assurance, it short-circuits their little game. Also, some of you guys need to hear this. There are people walking around who are not well. We've got people secretly attracted to the darkness, attracted to non-consenting beings. We've got people who low-key wish they were the next Dahmer. So you think everyone who talks to you is giving you rational, balanced, healthy feedback? No, be for real. You don't even know what's going on in someone's head, so why take their words like gospel? Same goes for compliments, by the way. They're cute, but they shouldn't be your lifeline. Whether someone claps or criticizes you, you should already know that you're that girl. So why am I never offended? Because I know who I am. Because most people don't even know who they are. Because insults are either projection, manipulation, or just delusion. And I don't subscribe to any of those streaming services. Sorry. So the next time someone says something crazy to you, just giggle or smile and say thanks. And remember, they're seeing you through a cracked lens. You don't have to put on their glasses, okay? Being unoffended doesn't mean you're weak at all. It means you're in control. It means you have more power. It means you know the difference between real feedback and someone spiraling in your direction. Most people aren't even qualified to speak on you, so why would I hand them the mic? I protect my peace the way other people protect their egos relentlessly. I also want to add this in. I don't know about you guys, but I've never been insulted by someone who was above me. No one I've ever looked up to has looked down on me. Like, I've never been dissed and thought, like, wow, you're right. Boo-hoo, I wish I were you. No, it's always someone who had no business opening their mouth and I could find 10 things wrong with a quick once-over. That's why I don't even clap back. That's another reason I don't clap back. Because if I do, I'm going to say something the majority already sees on their screen. You're not hot, babe, and you're not getting a reaction out of me either. Sorry. I'll leave you guys with that. Thanks for listening to Pretty Talk. If this helped you stay rooted in your power, hit that like button, leave a comment for the delusional screen watchers, and subscribe so we can keep unpacking the stuff that no one talks about. Until next time, stay sharp, stay untouchable, stay pretty. Bye.